Black Anti-Mage. Do you think that this is still a good enough hero? There's 4 int heroes that he's going against. Like, that's got to be something.
Yeah, I mean, obviously that creates a lot of value in of itself. It's a hero that will get a Manta style up fast enough that the silencer might not be that problematic for him.
So by and large, things going okay. Is there a point where this turns in the bottom lane? Like, they've already had to use the Shrine. How detrimental is that?
Well, I mean, obviously that's their main goal for sustain. You already see Boombax making his rotation towards mid. Going to try to go for an opening here, and actually Jats is caught out quite a bit. Still has Flame Guard and Fairy Fire though, so it's going to be a big dive.
Well, him.
No Fairy Fire at all.
This is one of those teams that I think a lot of people who've been following the Southeast Asian scene have been saying have the potential to really make a run at Faceless here, and they've already gotten off to a really hot start. If you're Faceless at this point, do you need to start sort of hitting any panic buttons at all, or do you sort of go in there with an XY, I guess, maybe try and find a kill?
I mean, I still think the mid to late game is really strong for Faceless. There are some situations where you could still see Clutch Gamers pulling out a later stage win, but for the most part, I would just say the draft is extremely favored Faceless as the game goes on.
Really sketchy setup right here now. They are going to end up pulling out the March of the Machines, and Ice might be in a little bit of trouble with the March going through. They are going to be able to find that kill. They end up losing Fly solo before it happens, and looks like the Ogre is going to be able to walk away as well. Well, mid lane, Ice misses a hook shot there, and he went for this early earn build. I'm assuming, you know, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but this is mainly aimed toward trying to get like very active early on and sort of snowball off of kills. Is this a problem if he's not finding those kills and building up earn charges?
I mean, the earn charges are very important here, no doubt about that, but I also think it's just a good item in terms of the passive stats that it will offer, and actually might just find a free kill onto the Tinker here. Very big pickup. Armel caught out, and that's such a great pickup for Ice.
Nicely done.
I think the biggest thing is just getting as much health early on as Clockwork. He used to have like the Bulba build that involved treads and bracers and Magic Wand, but in this case you can kind of move towards more proactive items after this turn of Shadows.
Oh, nuts up here in the bottom lane is going to end up getting ran down. Hana as well as Boombox able to find him.
And they'll find themselves in a very strong position from late game.
Oh, they're now moving in towards Ice. Doesn't look like he is going to be able to make too much of this. Maybe he can get the hook shot out to the crease in just a second, and, well, ends up getting caught there, actually. They are going to be able to be blocking his path, and now Ice in trouble, is going to get punched to death, as well as the March of the Machines. Jabs on top of the Ogre Magi now, and well, he's actually walking out of there. Remnant forward. He's still a pretty tanky guy. Flies solo, trying to walk out, and they use another Remnant to secure the kill.
What control do they offer other than the global silence? They have like the mini stun of Vacuum, and they have a Fire Blast. They don't have any way to stop Ember Spirit and Anti-Mage from jumping in and out. So that global is really the lifeblood of this team in terms of finding kills.
Am I having deja vu right now? What the heck is going on? Ice about to go down again, the exact same spot. Tries to make his way out, but all right. I don't know. I guess is it just continuing to make space? You may force the rotations up top. He wasn't expecting them to come back. What's going on?
Yeah, I mean, you can say space all you want, but that does seem like it was a little bit too far forward. The thing is, they're going to be able to get mid off of it, or at least a lot of damage on it. Actually going to drop the rock here.
Oh my god, the Remnant's forward. They've been able to find the Tinker, and he is going to drop. So 2 down for Jabs, and they will take that tower.
And actually still have the Purge creep on the Darkseer, so he can't surge out here. This actually might be a kill again. They're going to be seeing the Echo Stomp try to head him off. Purge creep does not get the...
Oh, he's out of mana.
Whatever he wants. At this point in time, it's going to be pressure on tier 2 bottom. And at least Clutch Gamers have the right focus. They know that they need the objectives. They know that they need to try to make this game end as quickly as possible. I really do think that they hit a critical mass very early here. And it's actually going to be a hook shot that's going to be forcing some spells out of Aubing.
All right, they drop down the rock as well. Going to be able to hit onto 2, but might not end up working out into their favor. They drop the wall. Omni Splash as well. That is a dead Clockwork, and now... Oh my god! Jabs! Double kill for him. Oh, baby. The Remnant's forward, and looks like Fly Solo going to drop as well. Oh, no. That went from bad to worse to terrible. Unity.
All the ultimates are coming up for Clutch Gamers, though, so great time for a smoke here on the eastern side, and they will try to kind of sync up here. We do see the Juggernaut moving in from the mid lane. Will he be able to get the Omni Slash on a good target? He's got a DD rune too. A lot of potential damage, but they need to find the opening. Again, they do not have much control right now, and they pretty much have to make their initiations count and nuke somebody within like a 3-second span. It looks like it's going to be a Nuts that's on the chopping block here, as they just need to get the jump forward, and they can't close the distance
Oh man, he fogged him there as well, and now two are caught. They hook shot in onto them as well. They have the upheaval already down, slowed up, double remnant forward, trying to take him. They find that kill, and he threw the second remnant back. So traveled to the two, killed it off there. Now they jump forward. Chain's gonna connect on the silencer. He's gone.
It's so awkward, man. Like, they want these kills so bad, but it has to be such a formulaic approach from Clutch Gamers. They have to have all three variables. Interesting. Okay, I didn't expect that one, to be honest with you. The hood on Ice. It's a good item when he plays Timbersaw, but in this game, I expected him to maybe even go for like an Aghanim Scepter and keep those shots rolling. But hood here is perfectly fine. Still going to be able to give him a lot. End of the day, we are going to be seeing some medallion action on Roshan, and they're going to try to take that as quickly as they can. The beauty of this is they get to bait a fight with the global and try to force like a 5v5 that they're actually ready for. They could absolutely tear Faceless apart if they try to contest this Roshan.
Well, Jabs is in the area. They're going to start spamming out the March. Chains as well down. Have the Ogre in there. They drop the rock. It's a little bit scary at this point. The Remnant 4 trying to get it. Aegis is still on the ground. They haven't taken it. So much damage onto Faceless's team, and they do end up snatching it with Ice. But it might come at a big old cost as they're starting to run them down. Everybody runs into the Cogs, but will still get pushed back by the Cogs. That's going to be 3 dead. They lose the Aegis, but they win the fight handedly. Vision pretty heavily into the favor of Team Clutch Gamers. That ward there on the high ground, so it's like Faceless again, maybe pressuring. Do you feel like they have to do this at this point?
No, they don't have to, but they just feel like there's a nice opportunity to do so. The Black is the least punishable hero of these 5, so just throwing him up there and having 4 heroes bait behind him is very effective.
Hex is done. Need to be careful about this. 4 staff away, hook shot off the mark. They're on top of him, trying to slow. There's the diffusal blade if they can get into range, but they weren't there with the Hex, and instead they're going to use it over here on the Clockwork. So controlled for the moment. They do have the Warlock ulti though. It connects onto 2. So much damage. They're going to be coming out with it, but that is already the Omni Slash down, and actually it's going to be the anti-mage Omni Slashing the Silencer. Aghanims, please. And it looks like Silencer is going to end up dropping. Oh man, that's about the best value you could get out of that one.
Some 6-slotted heroes on both sides. Everybody's level 25, and you can see some really good value in terms of potential pick-off scenarios and the Juggernaut jumping on certain targets. But that's just not the world we live in right now. This is not the game we're looking at, man. We're at 36 minutes in, and Faceless are just completely transformed.
This is happening. Yeah, it's a rough life. Well, Anti-Mage going to continue it. Guess what? He does also have that 50-second Mana Void cooldown reduction. They're on top of the Darkseer and going to be pushed back out, but guess what? He's still going to be chained and rooted, and in just a second killed. They throw out the Earth Splitter, hits onto the building. Omni Slash as well. Why not? It is going to be able to kill 1.
Didn't have his Yules there. That's one big thing, is he was able to use his Yules in the way he wanted to, but Juggernaut was able to punish that a little bit. Obviously, it's like 1 Ember Death, and you're getting everything else. There's always that possibility that the Warlock oversteps, that they can find nuts, they can find XY, and they can just kind of combo on him instead of continuing to gun down Black.
Oh, 4 staff, yeah, it's a pretty nice one there. They're going to be able to control that Ogre, take him down. Black, he pops his Mantis Stone, just sends those illusions after him. They are still, the upheaval down on the ground to slow everybody up with the gem on the ground. That might stop him. Oh, Juggernaut, maybe a bit too far forward there. He's put to sleep. There's the vacuum wall on to 3. Okay, global as well if they can make this work somehow, some way, but there's just no follow-up. There's nothing there. Omni Slash is going to be onto 2, so Ice is going to drop and possibly can run down another. Is able to get the spin away before the Echo Stomp comes out. But they're on top of him. There's the Warlock ulti. They drop the upheaval as well. Everybody's slowed to hell. And now Hannah going to get chased down. They use the Mana Void for 1 kill. They're going to take down the Darkseer. And that might just have done it, as only the Clockwork has really died. Chasing down the Jug for the moment, and the Ogre here as well. It's kind of an awkward fight if Clutch Gamers are taking it outside of their base, although Warlock ulti is down. The hook shot is going to be off the mark as well.
Not as fun of a game for Daryl as I expected. I thought he'd just have Aghanim Scepters, be like zipping across the map over and over, but he's playing very methodically himself. He's kind of self-contained. He's running the pipe back glads as conservative as you can get, and actually breaking the smoke with the ward up. They know exactly what's going on, and he's actually still going in.
Omni Splash, all right, see you later, Daryl. He's gone.
Conservative, Maya.
Yeah, he's not actually a little bit unfortunate. A little bit of cat's curse there, but it happens. Now Tinker control for the moment. They get out the global silence, but the Echo Save is there. Another vacuum wall. Maybe, just maybe, they can take these heroes down. That's going to be jabbed out of there, but the Fatal Bonds. Black on top of them all. They want to take the kill. They're back into the fight. Remnant forward. And with a double kill there for both of the cores. Looks to also be a dead silencer. There's the lift up with the Yule Scepter. And Fly Solo is gone.
Yeah, and with that, of course, we look at the buyback stats and see that there really aren't any options for the Dire here. Silencer has it, Juggernaut used it, but that's not going to be saving your rack from anything. That is going to be pretty much guaranteeing the victory here for Faceless here at the opening match for the Kiev Major SEA qualifiers.
Beautiful display from them. Nothing that I think anybody is surprised by. Still, a couple of cool things to talk about in the draft is the GG is finally going to be called by Clutch. The Elder Titan in combination with the Ember Spirit, I think that's really neat. Is there anything else that really stands out to you as far as what you saw in these teams, things that you like, things that you're concerned about?
Well, I was concerned about the kind of lack of options. In terms of the passive stats that it will offer, and actually might just find a free kill onto the Tinker here. Very big pickup. Armel caught out, and that's such a great pickup for ISIS.
Nicely done.
I think the biggest thing is just getting as much health early on in Clockwork. You used to have like the Boba build that involved treads and bracers and Magic Wand, but in this case you can kind of move towards more proactive items after this turn of Shadows.
Oh, nuts up here in the bottom. Is it all, or do you sort of go in there with an XY, I guess, maybe try and find a kill?
I mean, I still think the mid to late game is really strong for Faceless. There are some situations where you could still see Clutch gamers pulling out a later stage win, but for the most part, I would just say the draft is extremely favored Faceless as the game goes on.
Really sketchy setup right here. Now they are going to end up pulling out the March of the Machines, and Ice might be in a little bit of trouble with the March going through. They are going to be able to find that kill. They end up losing Fly Solo before it happens, and looks like the Ogre is going to be able to walk away as well. Well, mid lane, Ice misses a hook shot there, and he went for this early Urn build. I'm assuming, you know, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but this is mainly aimed toward trying to get like very active early on and sort of snowball off of kills. Is this a problem if he's not finding those kills and building up Urn charges?
I mean, the Urn charges are very important here, no doubt about that, but I also think it's just a good item. RSC Boomback making his rotation towards mid. Going to try to go for an opening here, and actually Jats is caught out quite a bit. Still has Flame Guard and Fairy Fire though, so it's going to be a big dive.
Well, him.
No Fairy Fire at all.
This is one of those teams that I think a lot of people who've been following the Southeast Asian scene have been saying have the potential to really make a run at Faceless here. And they've already gotten off to a really hot start. If you're Faceless at this point, do you need to start sort of hitting any panic buttons? Black Anti-Mage. Do you think that this is still a good enough hero? There's 4 int heroes that he's going against. Like, that's got to be something.
Yeah, I mean, obviously that creates a lot of value in of itself. It's a hero that will get a Manta style up fast enough that the silencer might not be that problematic for him.
So by and large, things going okay. Is there a point where this turns in the bottom lane? Like, they've already had to use the Shrine. How detrimental is that?
Well, I mean, obviously that's their main tool for sustain.